I'm Steve, and this is All the World's a Stage. I have to stand here awkwardly for a moment so you can see that I have a shirt that has something on it. I realize that many people in the vinyl community have things on their shirts, and they just seem to be okay wearing them without having to make a big point about it. But those people don't have attention problems like me as far as seeking attention. But before you judge me, you should know that when I was young, my mother never hugged me. And I'll be all right. I'll be all right. Anyway, maybe that's why I'm that way. So maybe that's why I'm known as a vinyl community whore, where I'll jump on any channel that will have me, any live feed that I can get on for more attention. So before you judge me, maybe you should know that. Okay, let me address the elephant in the room. You might be saying, Steve, you seem to be slightly shorter and much better looking than what you normally are. Well, I can attribute that to I've been taking some rejuvenating vitamins. I've been working out a bit, and I've actually been walking outside. Normally, I'm afraid to go out of my house. I do everything online, where I order approximately 2 box sets a day. But I have been going outside, getting a little bit of fresh air, and as you can see, it has done wonders for me. Now, I'm here to jump on a thread that was started by Jacob or Jakob, depending on which side of the pond you're on. Jacob's music channel, KRI. Now, he has a thread that he started, that's the alphabet thread, where he wants you to show albums that start with each letter of the alphabet. That seems like a very long thread. Today, I'll be picking a letter that I'll tell you in a minute. First, a couple things about Jacob's channel. He's from Denmark, which is on the continent of Europe. And as you know, in Europe is also the country of Sweden. My grandparents were from Sweden, so I constantly like to talk about being Swedish because I think somehow that will get me even more attention. The other thing about Jacob's channel is he likes to show a lot of female artists. As you know, I hate women. I don't think women make good singers, and I don't think they can play instruments. They're good for cooking and cleaning, but beyond that, don't have much use for them. So I'm not that much of a fan of that part of Jacob's channel. But the letter I'm picking today is C. So the band, of course, that I am going to pick is from Germany, which is also in Europe. I'm picking the Scorpions, Fly to the Rainbow. Now, some of you who don't necessarily follow my channel because you have good taste, excuse me, I've got a cold I've had for months. Let me take a drink of wine because I'm not quite manly enough for beer. But I take all of my albums when I categorize them, and I take, for a band name such as the Scorpions, which is spelled Scorpions, and I take the second letter, which is C. So I would file Scorpions under C in my record collection. Scorpions, Fly to the Rainbow. This is from 1974. This, of course, is when Uli John Roth was still in here. It starts off with the opening track, Speedy's Coming, which coincidentally is how my wife describes my sexual prowess or lack thereof. Although I will say it's much better than how she described it the first 20 years of our marriage, where she used the Motley Crue song 10 Seconds to Love. Now, another thing about this album that's super interesting is that it has 7 tracks on it. So I got out one of my spreadsheets, because nothing screams rock and roll more than showing a spreadsheet. And my spreadsheet says that I have 131 albums that have 7 songs on them. I thought that would be very interesting to share to my viewers. So that's the album that I picked. Before I leave, of course, I must profess my undying and creepy as hell love for the young Sam St. John. Love you, Sam. Love you, Sam. And that's all I have. Please go over and subscribe to Jacob's channel or Jakob's channel. Till the next time, my wine and I will be leaving.